Change is coming. The world is shifting in ways we've never seen before, and it's happening faster than we could have imagined. And right now, one of the most profound transformations in modern global politics is taking place before our very eyes. A revolution in the balance of power. And it's being led by countries from the global south. A coalition that is slowly but surely challenging the old guard of Western dominance. The BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are no longer just a group of 5 nations coming together for cooperation. No, this is a movement, a revolution, a game changer. These nations now represent more than 40% of the world's economy and, hold on to your seats, 54.6% of the world's population. That's right, folks. More than half of the planet's people are now aligned under a single banner. And as of January 17, 2025, Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, has officially joined the BRICS family. Nigeria's inclusion into BRICS isn't just a membership or another country joining a diplomatic organization. Oh no, it's much bigger than that. Nigeria is the world's 6th largest population on the planet, with over 230 million people, and its growth is just beginning. This country is about to play a massive role on the global stage, and the world is taking notice. So let's dive into why this is not just a political move, but a game changer. Nigeria is at the heart of Africa, but it's not just about its size. Nigeria has one of the fastest growing populations on Earth. By 2037, it's expected that 65 million people will be born in Nigeria. That's more than the entire population of the UK. And as Nigeria's population grows, so will its influence. Lagos, Nigeria's largest city, is projected to become the world's largest mega-city by the end of the 21st century. Nigeria's rise is inevitable. And with BRICS, Nigeria now has the chance to help shape a new future. A future where Africa takes its rightful place in global politics and economics. But let's slow down for a second. What exactly does Nigeria joining BRICS mean for the world? Well, buckle up. The significance of this move is far-reaching. BRICS is not just a collection of nations trying to boost their economies. It's a movement with a purpose, and that purpose is simple: to challenge the existing world order. For decades, global governance, financial systems, trade policies, security frameworks has been dictated by a few Western powers, mostly the United States and Europe. The International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the UN Security Council, all these institutions have long been dominated by the West. But BRICS is fighting back. The 2 primary goals of BRICS are clear. 1. Deepening South-South cooperation, bringing together nations that were once colonized and marginalized to empower them politically and economically, and reforming global governance, specifically targeting the financial and monetary systems that have kept the global South at a disadvantage for centuries. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds great in theory, but is BRICS really capable of changing the global order? The answer is a resounding yes. BRICS countries already represent over 42.2% of the world's total GDP. And with Nigeria's addition, that number continues to grow. You see, the problem with the current system is that it's built on the dominance of the US dollar. For decades, the global financial system has been completely dependent on the dollar. But BRICS is trying to change that. They are exploring alternatives, a multi-currency system that could ultimately replace the US dollar's role in global trade. BRICS nations are already trading with each other using their own currencies, breaking free from the dollar's grip. They're also creating new financial institutions with their own reserves and systems, free from the control of the West. This is a direct challenge to Washington's dominance. And it's happening right now. While the US and Europe have spent centuries writing the rules, BRICS is rewriting them. And that's where Nigeria comes in. As Africa's largest economy and a major oil producer, Nigeria now holds the keys to a massive untapped market, and BRICS is giving it the platform to grow. But it's not just about oil. Nigeria's economy is expanding rapidly. Its young, growing population means it's not just a consumer market, it's a source of innovation and entrepreneurship. And with BRICS in its corner, Nigeria is primed to become an economic powerhouse that the West can no longer ignore. Nigeria is also a major player in the global energy market. It's Africa's largest oil producer and the 15th largest oil producer in the world. This means that Nigeria's inclusion in BRICS has profound implications for the global oil market. With BRICS countries already producing more than 1/3 of the world's oil, Nigeria's seat at the table is crucial. If BRICS nations decide to increase or decrease oil production, that will have ripple effects across the entire global economy. This is where the political and economic integration of the global South really starts to take shape. BRICS is not just a group of countries cooperating, it's a united front with the power to shift markets, reform global governance, and influence the future of the planet. Let's take a step back for a moment and reflect. With Nigeria joining, BRICS now represents more than half of the world's population, 40%. Think about that. Over 4 billion people, all working together for a common purpose. The world is changing, and as the 21st century unfolds, it will be shaped by this very coalition. A coalition that is determined to bring power, control, and resources back to the nations that have been oppressed, colonized, and sidelined for centuries. The power dynamics are shifting. BRICS represents the global south, which today is the majority of the world's population. And as that majority grows, so too does its voice, its influence, and its power. Now let me be clear, this isn't just some political alliance, this is a revolution. BRICS is fighting for a world where the global south no longer stands in the shadow of Western powers, a world where countries like Nigeria, India, and Brazil have the freedom and the power to shape their own futures, without interference from the West. The addition of Nigeria to BRICS is just the beginning. In the coming years, we'll see more countries from the global south rise, join the movement, and help drive this change forward. The future is shifting, and the world's balance of power is in motion. If you want to stay updated on these game-changing developments, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.